Class is in session. The professor is in. What's happening, y'all? We have ourselves a faction boss coming up. So we are going to discuss who the professor thinks is in that top 4, 5, 6, 7. You know the deal. The ones that I think are going to do probably the most damage for you. So let's bro and let's get into all of that. First off, what do we got? We have 6,000% more damage for trap gems. Health steal is going to steal 8,000%. More health does not affect your leech gems. And the botch gems are going to do 8,000% more damage as well, right? So first and foremost, botch is going to do 20 times more damage than juggernaut gems. So that's something that we're going to hopefully try to maximize to our advantage. The boss is going to deal 5 million damage, 7.75 million for each turn that elapses afterwards. And this is one of the big kickers that we're going to need to worry about, which is 150 green gems not affected by neutralizer boss breakers. Since there are 49 gems on the board at any time, you need 3 plus full boards of greens to be destroyed. So getting as many greens destroyed as possible is something that you're going to have to worry about through this. The boss is going to make silence gems, 20 of them on the board to help neutralize both your botches and your juggernaut gems, and then is going to do 150% more damage if just one of them is left on the board. This can be removed by a boss breaker like a neutralize because it is a boss buff. So someone's got to bring in a neutralize. You're going to want to bring some health as well, but you're basically trying to get rid of the shield. That's really sort of the number one thing. All right, that all being said, let's go check out sort of who we think is going to do the most damage for you against them boss. Let's bro. So we'll start with focus like we usually do. And in the focus category, I think there's not too many that I would want to use this botch with, unless you've already taken them up that high. But most of them are just going to be bargain bin additions. However, those that I think that are actually going to do pretty well are someone like Kali. So the Great Kali, I think, is going to be one of the top ones for this. And this has to do a lot with what his trap gems set out to do, right? So Kali's trap gems are going to swap a 2x2 random area into purple gems, which is going to hopefully break more and more of these trap gems, getting that extra damage on the board. You can buff his purple gems right there, so that would be one addition to help. But if you do have him at 6-star, this might also be something to think about too. His 6-star move doing the health steal. So I think Kali is going to be one of the good ones that you can look at for this boss battle. But also in this category, two other ones that I think we might want to take a look at of doing the most damage is someone like Memrock, who's got a similar build set of things, making a bunch of trap gems, getting extra damage for doing them. But it's this also move right here that's going to be good, right? So we want that bonus damage for every trap gem. That's going to be buffed up. So that's something that I think we want to look at as well. And last but not least, You Can't See Me. Cena, I think, is also in this category. Someone who's also going to do something very similar, making a bunch of trap gems. You can put multiply gems down at the end of it. So I think he's going to be pretty good, but I don't think he's going to be the best within there. So I would say Memrock and Kali are probably going to be your best bets in this category. So in the chaotic field, I think KO is probably going to be your best bet, simply because of the things that he does, right? He makes a lot of trap gems, which you are going to destroy. He also gets a buff for 3 turns, as I'm sure you all are well aware, for all gems. So you'll be able to increase that as you go along, right? The only problem with him, so he's going to be great. It's going to take several turns for him to get up there. You just need somebody that is going to bust that shield. But barring that, KO is going to be a really good call for this boss in particular. All right, on to the next class. In terms of the aggressive class, I actually think that X-Pac, and especially if you have a double gear X-Pac, I think is actually going to be really good, right? You're going to get extra botch gem damage on 2 of them. Hey, Boost, where are you going? You get 100% more if you got the second one. Most of us should have that silver one. Hopefully you've taken them up to 6-star. but you're going to get that bonus damage for every single botch gem. You're going to make rows of them into botch gems if you want to do it that way, but you might actually just go with a triple black move set where you just destroy botch gems in themselves, right? That's the goal, is to destroy the botch gems and get this extra damage for it. So probably a triple black move set, but I think he's going to be probably the best one in this category. But I think another shout out could be made and an argument could be made that Happy Corbin could be somebody that you could use as well, bringing in not only the trap gems, but also someone who does bonus damage for every botch gem on the board. So you're going to hit 2 of those boxes with him. So I think Corbin is a if you don't have X-Pac up that high, most people do have Corbin up that high. I think he would be a great addition for this one. And lastly, for this one, I think it's actually going to be a JD Dom. Dominic Mysterio is probably going to be your best bet running this triple purple move set. You're going to make a whole bunch of trap gems into purple. You're going to have the trap gems here, and then he's got bonus for trap gems. It's just purple, purple, purple. Bing, bada bang, bada boom. So I think he's probably going to be your best bet in the defensive move class. So that's my top 4, 5, 6, 7. As per usual, thanks for dropping on by to class today. Give it the old like, the share, the subscribe. That's the stuff that really helps me as a content creator and keeps me going. So do come back to class again. The bro appreciates you. And Brofessor is out.